You know, I wish I had, and this is something we think about a lot. As I said, my daughter taught 3rd grade in the district, and thanks so much. And my wife's involved with the seed school, so we think about this challenge a lot. And there is no simple answer. So one answer you'll hear, you know, most often from people is that, it's the teachers! Break the teachers union, we'll be fine. Well, I'm married to, my wife was a 1st grade reading teacher in Montgomery County, and said my daughter. So I think we definitely need a better system for teachers. We want to definitely do what the best school systems in the world do. We want to recruit our teachers from the top 10% or at least 25% of their graduating classes. We want to pay them properly and incentivize them properly. And we want to have a system of review and checks, okay, that will promote the best and weed out the worst. We have it in every other profession. I'm all for that in a balanced way. And I think DC has been a leader in finding that balance, and I hail that, you know. But this isn't just a problem of teachers. And we cannot outsource this problem to teachers the way we outsourced the Iraq War to 0.5% of the American people, and the rest of us go shopping. So all you have to do is be married to a teacher to know that public school teachers in America are the biggest educational philanthropists in this country. Okay, you total up how much teachers buy in cupcakes and crayons and equipment, okay, for their kids every year out of their own pockets. And our teachers are actually the biggest educational philanthropists in this country. So I do want a system that promotes, selects, and checks, reviews our teachers as rigorous as any other profession. And I'm really a big supporter of the reforms that have been done here and want to make sure they're in a balanced way. But whenever I hear people say it's a teacher problem, so my daughter's a teacher in DCPS, and 5 times a year someone sits in her class for 30 minutes, fills out an evaluation form, and on the basis of that evaluation really determines her promotion and status in her job. How many of us would like to sit in our office and 5 times a year someone comes in, watches you for 30 minutes, and determines how well you're doing? So we got to find a balanced way to do this, and a smart way. And I think we're getting there. But this is a collective action problem. We don't just need better teachers, we need better parents.
Yes.
We need parents who know what world they're living in and their kids are going to grow up in, and are going to ask their kids every day, what did you do in school? Did you do your homework? What book did you read? The people who do the PISA test, I wrote a column about this last year, did a study of the best performing students in the PISA exams. Kids whose parents did as little as, what did you do in school today? Those kids perform better on the PISA exams than parents who weren't involved. So we need better parents. We need better neighbors. We need neighbors who care about where the quality of that public school in their neighborhood, whether they have kids in it or not. Because we know the statistics. You're either going to be building better public schools or more prisons. We know we can see just how the line works, okay? We need people who are interested in their public schools, okay, whether they have kids in them or not. And there's nothing like teacher involvement. I see that emerge in my daughter's school, and parental involvement to make a public school better. It pained me. I understand their reason for it, but I have to say, this is not a cheap shot, but it pained me that our president did not send his kids to the DC public school system. Do you know the impact on public education of Barack and Michelle Obama going to parent-teacher night twice a year with the entire White House press corps? What that could have been. Okay, that was a lost opportunity. So we need better neighbors. We need better business leaders. Business leaders who care about the quality of the public schools in their city, whether they have kids in them or not, because they don't just say, I'm going to outsource somewhere. No, we need them to be committed, as you are here, to the public schools so they can get their employees who will also be their neighbors and customers. And lastly, we need better political leaders. I'm so thrilled the mayor is doing this. I wish every mayor in the city was coming to his people and saying, you got to understand what world we're living in, okay? And raising standards rather than dumbing them. And lastly, we need better students. We need students who come to school ready to learn, not to text, who know what world they're growing up in. So what am I saying? I'm saying the best answer I can give you is this is a collective action problem. We all have some role to play in this, and none of us can afford to just sit back and say, it's all up to the teachers to make my kid better. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, when I look at history and